Hi, and welcome to the What's Cooking Show. I'm your host today, Joey Quibito with Piggly Wiggly and Cash Saver here in Opelousas.
And I'm Chef Jason Huguet from Steamboat, right here in Washington, Louisiana.
Yes, sir. And we have a very special guest with us today, Jason himself.
Special.
He's going to do a really, really good thing for us today. Jason, tell everybody what you're doing.
Today, Joey, we're going to make a classical, well, I say classical, but a homemade sorbet, watermelon and lime. We're going to put a hint of fresh mint, and I'm going to show you how to make that real quick.
Sounds great.
All right.
So join us back for more What's Cooking. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Again, Jason is going to be doing a nice watermelon sorbet for us today.
Sorbet, yeah. Watermelon and lime.
I love watermelon. That's one of my favorite fruits.
Me too.
ever.
And man, right these days we've been doing a lot with watermelon. We're making different martinis. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see that.
A watermelon and cucumber martini, and it's been
That's
a
interesting. Very
huge hit. It's very simple to make. Might make that on the next show. So here we're gonna do, we got a little pan hot. We're gonna start off with some water. And this is a cup and a half. Put this out of the way.
Now, Jason, you've had this recipe. You've done it before, I'm sure.
Yes. Plenty of times before. It's been years since I made it, so I made it about a week ago, sometime last week, just to, you know, make something different. And it's the right time of year for it.
It's the perfect time of year.
End of July, early August. So we're gonna, oops, don't spill all the
is there
sugar.
any special like melons that you select to do this, or?
Actually, we use, if you go in the stores nowadays, you can see the little small, round. It's not like the big oblong.
Oh, okay. We call them the personal melons or the mini melons, yeah.
And they're supposed to be seedless. They're not quite seedless.
That's right.
It's a half a cup of sugar. So really all you want to do is kind of dissolve the sugar. Then we're going to add a little pinch of salt. Not really sure what that's for, but I just followed the recipe. The salt, you know, it's just a component. It's kind of like in baking. You put a lot of, sometimes you use salt in some sweet recipes. It doesn't really, you know, I'm not sure what's the actual purpose of it, but I know there is.
Sweet and salty.
Yeah. Probably, I don't know. So 3 ingredients at this point, and just want to kind of let the sugars dissolve. And at the end, we're going to take some fresh mint and throw it in there. Okay. And then you're going to want to let it chill and get, you know, completely cold. And what you're going to do at that point is let it steep. And what steeping means is basically let it sit there and all the flavors infuse into the liquid. So while we're going to let that go and do its thing, we're going to grab some limes. Now, on this recipe, it also calls for lime zest. So these are not weird or deformed limes. These are the limes I actually zested
already.
So I'll show you a little trick. This is a little contraption that my mother gave me years ago, and basically it's you know an electric juicer, citrus juicer. You just put it in there like that.
You just press down.
And if you let off and do it again, it's gonna turn the opposite way to kind of get everything in.
Oh, okay.
And you can see all the juice coming out of it.
That is neat. Tell Miss Kathy I want one.
It's kind of loud, but you know, sometimes you gotta use the equipment, and it always gotta happen.
It is neat, yeah.
And I mean, it gets all the juice out of that lime. They make other like attachments. They make a bigger one like this. You just put it on top, so you could do a grapefruit, an orange, or whatever. So we're gonna use this juice in the next segment.
Okay, great. So Jason, tell us what's going on at the boat down. Anything special? Or?
A lot of things going on lately. Like I said, the drink that we've been doing has been quite a hit. We also made another item that I haven't made since culinary school. Is a flan. Some people say flan. Some people say flan. It's basically, I say flan. It's a Spanish custard. Is what it is. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off while we're talking, Joe.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw in my mint. And at this point, that's all you want to really do. And we're gonna chill it. You can smell the mint already as soon as you put it in there.
Yes.
Mint is strong. It's like, you know, very aromatic. Now this one calls for 3 large sprigs of mint. I did find that it was, like, I like the mint component to this dish, but I did encounter some people, like some employees, like, taste this, what you think? Too much, not enough? And it was kind of like 50-50. Some people love the mint with the watermelon, and like a time of year, it's refreshing. It's a cool dish, it cools you down. I like it. Some people thought, I like the mint, it's just a little too much mint. So you can make this at home and play with it. And if you want to back off the mint, or shoot, you can even take the mint out altogether.
Yeah,
you know.
that's true. I mean, you have a lot of drink specialties going on here. I mean, you came up with the boat float. That was a really good drink that you came up with.
Yeah, and this one was a drink that a friend of mine had showed me, and I said, man, that's a good idea. So, you know, this is the perfect time of year for that. Why don't we? Yes, I'm gonna go and play with it. So I played with it, and me and my bartender played with it on a Tuesday night, and we kind of perfected it. And basically, we take watermelon cubes, we take some slices of cucumber, and we muddle it together. And we also add a sour mix, which is made by Oasis. It's a product that we use in the blender and all of the different specialty drinks and a lot of the other specialty martinis we use in that. And also a simple syrup, which is basically equal parts sugar and water till it's dissolved. Shake it up, gets a little ice crystals, but you still have a little bit of the pulp of the watermelon, so it's, you know, it's not too much, not too little, it's just perfect.
I see it on Facebook, everybody was in love with it. I mean,
yeah,
they just enjoyed it a lot, so.
Nice and refreshing, everything, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, we've done that. Some other items that I'm thinking about doing, I actually went to my storage room down the road, which I got this little thing where I felt like I haven't seen my culinary textbooks in years.
In years? It's
So
been that long.
Oh, it's been a while, so I went in there and just kind of, I kept every single textbook from culinary school, and when I opened them up, I just thought, man, all these things that I haven't really had a chance to do in years, and I'm trying to kind of, you know, just do some classics. You know, it's not so much wow, like the wow factor as far as, new and exciting ingredient or item, but it's just the old stuff like the flan, sorbets, stuff like that. So
These are wonderful. That's a wonderful idea.
perfect
Really,
for
the
summer.
sorbets, yes.
It's perfect for summer.
Yes.
Wait till it's finished. I'm gonna show you, then you're gonna love it.
Good,
So-
great.
Well, let's take a quick break. We'll come
Okay.
back. I'll show you how to do the watermelon.
Gotcha. So join us back for more. It's going to be in just a few seconds. Welcome back, everybody. Jason's making us nice dessert, a nice fresh watermelon and mint sorbet, and he's going to get ready to put everything together. So, Jason, where are we going?
Okay, so we got a little handy dandy blender, and we have our seedless watermelon. Now, they do have some seeds. I don't know why they call it seedless, because you have these little harmless.
They
I call it harmless seeds. So-
they call it a mini watermelon, and it's just
Personal watermelon?
Yeah, personal watermelon, and the seeds are not hard like the watermelons that we used to have around here.
It's so much easier to eat
Yeah.
than have all these hard black seeds.
So when you get to like things like this, to where you just grind them up and be finished.
Puree it.
Yep.
This is about 3 cups of cubed watermelon. So we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be a little loud. So
It's not loud,
okay, so pretty much gonna get as pureed as possible. So we're gonna take our little bowl right here. We have a little fine mesh sieve, and I'm gonna put that in here. And if you want to, Joey, kind of just push all that pulp through there. Put this on the side. All this mess.
And like you can tell, they have the little smaller white seeds.
Right.
They have a few black ones in
They
there,
do, but not many.
not many at all. This is perfect. It just
So this is
gets
going to yield
everything out.
this step, you're using this much watermelon, about 3 cups. You want it should yield about 2 cups of puree. If it doesn't, just puree a little bit more. You just want to get basically about 2 cups of the pureed juice. Now, sorbet is, a lot of people will see this dish, and at home they may say, well, that looks like sherbet, which, you know, some people you see in the stores. The difference between this and sherbet is like sherbet is actually, dairy products are added to it. This is actually like any type of fruit juice, flavoring, or something like that, and just frozen. Now, the way we're gonna do it, we're going to freeze this in the ice cream machine.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's gonna take a little while, but when it's finished actually being frozen, it's still not hard enough to actually serve. So you wanna actually put it in a freezer safe container and put it in the freezer and let it get really hard, like overnight would be great.
Well, this actually would be a good thing for me because I can't have dairy anymore, so it's perfect for me.
Yeah. So what we did earlier was we took our lime juice. So we're gonna go ahead and add this to the lime juice we already had.
Okay.
So we got lime juice. We also have lime zest that we zested earlier. So at this moment, I'm going to...
I think we're good now?
Yeah, watch. Just put this stuff in here. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
This is my little trash can for the moment. So we have our mixture here. We also have our mixture from earlier. Now this has really steeped and cooled off. So you want to take this excess mint out. You're not gonna add this to the actual dish.
So you're just getting the flavor into the water and then
Right.
that's what you're using.
And I'll be honest with you, these 2.5 little sprigs I put this morning are so potent for the little bit of liquid that we use. It's amazing how much flavor and just aromatic that comes out of it. It's just strong. So at this point we have our 2 cups of puree. We're gonna add lime juice. This is about 3 tablespoons. And once you make this dish, you can always go back. If you, like I said earlier, if there's too much mint, take some out. If you love mint to where you just want more mint, put some more mint. Who
So
cares?
basically, Jason, what you're saying is maybe taste your juice before you freeze it and see
No,
if
I'm
it's...
just saying make it one time. And if
Okay.
you want to kind of tweak it, next time you do it, tweak it.
Okay.
Now we have
Good.
some lime zest, and this is about 2 teaspoons. This is a little time consuming, but it's all well worth it. So you want to get all that out of there?
That was a good stuff.
Good stuff.
Speaking about good stuff, remind everybody at home that all the ingredients that Jason's using here today can be found like at your local Piggly Wiggly stores or Cash Saver here in Opelousas and Piggly Wiggly stores all around the area. We've got-
8410 Highway 182
That's
North.
correct.
That's 948-9427.
which is Northside Pig, yeah.
Northside Pig, which one's closest to me? And you have the Heather Drive, which is 948-8199. If you want to call them before you go, and it's 1305 Heather
You're starting
Drive.
to slip. You're
No, I
starting
didn't slip.
Huh?
Okay.
You started to.
So,
You caught yourself.
right, almost. Almost slipping and slipping is 2 different things. Okay, so we have our little, I guess you call it simple syrup. It's not equal parts like a simple syrup, but it's syrupy. So I'm gonna put that in there. And one main ingredient that we have left to put into this mixture. It's actually, as a kid, this was one of my favorite things on earth. Corn syrup. Little K-roll.
K-roll.
So you want
That's
to
some good
just
stuff.
look at me, trying to shortchange myself. Tablespoon. I'm sitting there trying to put a teaspoon. I'm gonna mess everything up. See, to me, you can't put too much of this stuff.
I know, I love it. It's nice stuff.
All right. Okay. Now we have that. We want to whisk this around. Okay. Now, we're gonna put this in our little ice cream maker. What you want to do at home, though, before you put this into the actual process of making it, you want to put this in your ice cream maker, and what you want to do is put it in the refrigerator, somewhere in the refrigerator to where it's gonna get as cold as you can possibly get it before you start doing it. And it just helps to kind of let all the flavors come together, and also
Okay.
helps to whenever you start the processed ice cream.
It won't take as long, right?
So we're
What's the old
gonna.
time? Remember you used to crank those things?
Yeah. Well, I've heard the
I
stories.
don't know if you were old
remember.
enough, but I used to crank them.
I've heard all those stories. I wasn't quite young enough. Either that. I'm sorry, old enough.
Old enough.
And if I was old enough, maybe I just wasn't like made to do it. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't.
We had to sit on top of
They
them
didn't trust me.
and to actually crank them.
That's what I hear.
Oh yeah, that was
We have
good
the
old
new
days.
technology now where we plug it in and it
just plug it in and let it go.
stirs it for you.
That's right.
So when we come back, we'll show you how to basically the last step of the process, and I have some that's already made, and I'm gonna show you.
Great, can't wait. So join us back for more What's Cooking. Welcome back, everybody. Again, Jason's gonna be doing some nice sorbet for us. We're almost to the end, Jason. What's happening now?
Okay, last step. We have our mixture from earlier. Again, you want to get this as cold as you possibly can before this step. So we put our little deal in here, and so we put our lid on it. And before we start, we want to put some ice, Joe. So we're gonna put a little bit of ice all around it. I don't mean to elbow you in the face. Hopefully I don't.
You'll be all right.
What we want to do, we're gonna make layers. Got some rock salt. Gonna kind of layer it and put some more ice.
Oh, you used to eat the rock salt just like that.
Oh, I did. Man, when I was a kid, couldn't keep rock salt by me.
Especially with that water that's coming out that little hole thing.
Yeah.
Drink that.
So it takes a good little bit of ice.
That's probably why we all got high blood pressure now.
Probably so.
All of us older people.
So again, we got a couple of layers of ice, salt. And we're gonna kind of fill this a good little bit. And it's just about enough right here. Now that's what we're gonna do. Turn our little machine on. Get it turned on. Kind of get it settled in here. There you go. Put our clip on. Just let it go. This ice machine is very nice because what happens is the paddle inside stays stationary, and it just turns the container. So when you know when it's finished, when the container actually stops moving. That's how it's thick enough inside to stop it from moving. So as we let that go, we're gonna let's see, put that on the side. I'm running out of room over here. So just want to say real quickly that sorbet is really used as a palate cleanser through, if you have like a 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 course meal, whatever. It's usually served before the main course, since the main course is the main attraction, the main focus point of the night. Any kind of sorbet is really intended to really cleanse your palate, and all the courses you had before, just kind of wipe that away, so that way when you have the main course, everything comes to the forefront. So
Great.
we also have a finished dish that I can show you in a second.
Okay.
So-
Good. So actually, it's not only good, it actually helps you clean up all the.
It's delicious, but it also serves another purpose.
Right. Yeah. Right. Gotcha.
So you can see right here, we have our actual dish that we made yesterday. Again, it doesn't come out when it's finished in here. This actually brings it to the freezing point,
Okay.
but it doesn't actually freeze it really hard and stiff like a freezer will. So you want to put it in a container like this that's safe for the freezer.
Right.
Something that's just really gonna.
And
Yeah.
again, this is not like a dairy dish.
There's
more
no
like a
dairy in
fruit
this dish
juice.
whatsoever. Like
Okay.
you can put, different syrups. You can put different types of like flavorings in it. You can also put different types of like sugar sweetening agents. Very seldom is honey used in it though. Usually like a simple syrup flavored with any kind of. You can make strawberry sorbet. You can make whatever, cherries, whatever, apple.
There's a new thing I've been noticing and I've been trying. I really like a lot because, and it's non-dairy and I'm surprised about it. Is marshmallow cream
Really?
It's like it's ice cream topping.
Yeah.
And it has no dairy in it whatsoever.
What do you put that on? At home? Whatever.
Actually, you want to be honest with you? Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Really? Come on.
So I
just
can
mix
have the milk. So I'll put the Cinnamon Toast Crunch in and put that on top, but it's really good. I mean, I was surprised it's no dairy at all.
Right. It's very simple.
So I think it would be pretty good on top of that, the sorbet.
You could, or put on the bottom. Maybe you just take a bite of sorbet, you can mix it. Well, let's go ahead and let's plate our little dish.
Now, Jason, about how long do you think it takes from this step to actually go to the freezer?
Well, the other day it took me about an hour. Yesterday, it took me about an hour.
Okay.
Depends on a few things, I guess. It also depends on what your ingredients is in it. Some items will make it easier to freeze, and some items will make it less easier to freeze.
Right.
But, okay, so just as you need it to be frozen solid really hard, that's the only way it's gonna really stand up to serve it at a table without melting like that. Even though you do that, you still, when you want to plate it, it gets so hard in the freezer, you need to take it out a few minutes before you want to serve it to kind of let it calm down a little bit. So today,
now you've been selling this at the Steamboat for the last couple of weekends, right?
actually I've been giving it away. Just give customers, say, try this, you know. So we have our plate that's been in the freezer. Keep our plate in the freezer because we want to make sure that it stays cold enough. I'm gonna take some little lime wedge. Since we've used these items in the dish, we can actually use them for garnishing.
In fact, our friends Cheryl and Eddie Vilmoret were here last weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
They're here.
They said they enjoyed it so much. I was like, can't wait to taste. I can't wait.
See, very simple. Just at home.
Really nice. Now I hear maybe a little in the backside that you might be doing another show with some homemade boudin. Are you thinking about it?
Well, that's something I've been playing with. I've made boudin, but it was many years ago, and it came out excellent. So I tried it again last week, and I tried it a different way. It didn't come out as good as I'd hoped. It's just not my way to do it. I was just trying a different procedure. So didn't really work out. So I plan on doing it again, but my old way, because it came out fantastic the first time I made it. So I may do that and do it as an appetizer, and even just maybe just give it out.
Make sure you call me, because I want to come try that. That is the sorbet. That'd be really good together. Definitely. So, okay. Well, Jason, again, thank you so much for showing us the sorbet, and then we're looking forward to hopefully you can do the boudin once you tweak it and everything
flan
else.
Or something else.
Flan or something, yeah.
Stay tuned in the next couple of weeks. We'll do some other new exciting dishes that you've never seen before.
Great. And thank you all for watching the What's Cooking Show. Join us back next week.